All right, Shalom. Before I start, we give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, or Kakurash, to honors to the elders and apostles, Grand Millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, Wa Akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity into the video through the Spirit. Your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. I got these couple clips that I want to play, just showing that Northern Kingdom also, uh, don't forget about Northern Kingdom. Here in America, right, Southern Kingdom is attributed for creating a lot of the inventions that we see and use today in society that Esau has loved to take the credit for, right? And Northern Kingdom also did so. Why? Because they're Israelites too, right? The portion of Jacob is not like these heathen. Esau, Edom, if it wasn't for the contributions of the people that he took hostage, uh, he would not have been able to build this country, right? And since the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans were the slaves, were the captives, were the bondsmen, right, in this land, we came up with inventions to make our life easier, inventions and innovations, which many we did not receive the credit for. Therefore, our families didn't go on to build mega million, multi-billion dollar corporations that still exist hundreds of years later, that the entire bloodline gets to benefit off of, right? We don't get that access. The slave masters and the people who came by at that patent office took these things from us. And I'll show you a video example right here dealing with Taco Bell. Did you know that the Taco Bell Corporation, the Edomite who established it, took the formula from a Mexican family, right? And it also goes to show you our people have they have an extremely docile spirit on them towards the enemy, which is another one of the curses, especially Northern Kingdom.
Telling me one of America's biggest fast food chains, Taco Bell, started because a Mexican family was too nice.
And we know that the Mexicans are of the tribe of Issachar, of the nation of Israel.
1946, Glenn Bell just got back from World War II and opened a burger stand, but he couldn't compete with McDonald's right down the street. He was struggling bad, but every night he'd walk across the street to this place, Mila Cafe, owned by Lucia Rodriguez, a Mexican immigrant who opened in 1937. But these weren't just any tacos. These were Lucia's family recipe from Jalisco. Crispy, hard-shell tacos that had people lining up down the block. Now remember, this was the 1950s when Mexican food was still considered exotic. But Mila Cafe wasn't just any restaurant. It was where civil rights leaders like Cesar Chavez would meet. It was the heartbeat of the Chicano community in San Bernardino. Meanwhile, Glenn's watching these lines like a narc. His wife thought he was crazy when he said he wanted to switch from burgers to tacos, but he kept showing up at Mila asking all kinds of crazy questions. Then something happened that changed fast food history forever. Lucia's husband saw this poor struggling businessman, and instead of shutting him down, he gave him the recipe, just handed it over. That's how nice they were. By 1954, Glenn opened his first Taco Bell. Today, 8,500 locations worldwide, worth billions. Meanwhile, Mila Cafe, still there in San Bernardino, still making those same tacos, still family owned. But listen, my people, here's the moral of the story. We're innovative, we're creative, we make the culture, but sometimes being too nice means missing out on building generational wealth. How many other multi-million dollar ideas have we given away? It's time to change that. Keep the heart, keep the generosity, but let's build our dreams into empires. I'm E.G. the Activated Mexican. Follow for more untold stories.
Hey, now, granted, right, we're not here to build generational wealth, right? We're here serving out captivity. But the statement that he made is correct. Our people find themselves being too generous to the enemy, and the enemy capitalizes on it every time. Now, if the Bell family, right, if they had any good bones in their body, they would send a certain amount of their proceeds to, to that restaurant. Was it Matilda, right? Do you think they're doing that? No. And actually, something I noticed, you come here on the comment board, or Meatla, right? Meatla's Cafe says, thank you for sharing our story and how Lucia's journey from Jalisco to San Bernardino would end up having an impact on the whole world. And so they still coons. Thank you for sharing us. It shouldn't. They still cooning. They not angry. They not. Come on, man. You click on it, right? A couple little, right? 13,000 followers, right? Got plates, showing the history. Hey, hey, look. If I ever was in Cali, I'd stop by and see what that original recipe is about. But they lost out on the ability of becoming, a major deal, while Esau took it and ran and capitalized with it, y'all. And this is the common theme that we deal with in the land of our captivity. We create, we build, we invent, we work, we suffer, we labor, we toil. But do you reap and do you benefit? No. And that's in one of the curses. You do all this work, and another man comes and gets the benefit of it, y'all. And our people at this point, they willingly, as you see, Northern Kingdom, right? Because our people have a higher sense of conscience. He felt bad for the dude, a failing businessman, crybaby. He's crying and shit, right? He said, "Man, let me help this motherfucker. I'll give him the recipe." And then what? He took it and ran with it. Did he break that family off? Of course not, right? In which Taco Bell, you shouldn't be eating that garbage anyway. Nowadays, it's complete GMO, but it became an entire corporation. That family became wealthy off of that. Let's get yep. Hey, let me just get this, dealing mainly with the latter part. Deuteronomy 28 and 30. It says, "Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her." So they were taking our wives in captivity, and different captivities, not just here in America, but in all of our captivities, this would happen. America being the main one. It says, "Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof." Right? So this is showing that we would do the work, and we wouldn't get any of the benefits. And in today's world, we don't even get the credit. Here it is, people run around in this country calling, niggas and Latinos lazy or immigrants, this and that. We ain't shit. We're criminals. And if it wasn't for us, society as you fucking know it in the modern era would not exist and function. Literally, y'all. Literally. Jump down to verse 39. "Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shalt neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worm shall eat them." Right? So here it is. When we try to do something for ourselves, it fails. But these people, they take what we have, paint themselves up as if they created it, as if they, originated it. And that's a common theme, damn it, of Esau. Come back here real quick. I'll get another clip. Guy, he's going to show a list of black inventors and innovators who, if we didn't have, right, then he's, appears to be Edomite, but he's going to tell the truth.
People. Black History Month is over. And today is March 1st, which means you don't have to hear that Otis Boykin extended your grandfather's life by a good 20 years when he invented the control module for the pacemaker. And the only reason the old fart can even see you is because Dr. Patricia Bath revolutionized cataract surgery. And you don't have to be reminded that your cousin, a proud Marine who served in Iraq, only made it home due to a blood transfusion on the battlefield thanks to an American icon named Dr. Charles Drew. For the next 11 months, when you throw back a shot of Jack Daniels whiskey, you're not going to taste the fact it was an enslaved American man named Nathan Uncle Nearest Green who taught young Jasper Newton Daniel the art of filtering whiskey over charcoal, which is a African technology. And no one's going to beat you over the head with the fact that the only reason your elevator doors open and close at work is due to Alexander Miles. You can take comfort and iron your clothes in peace without having to acknowledge Sarah Boone is the one who invented that very iron board you're using. And the next time your phone rings and you look down to see if it's your wife or girlfriend, you won't have to thank Dr. Shirley Jackson for saving your ass with caller ID. And no worries for you this summer, as David Crossway will be just a distant memory as you go set the temperature controls on your AC thermostat. And your garage will be deathly silent as you walk around your beautiful Cadillac Escalade, because no one is there to remind you that the only reason you even know who that brand is because Black America saved it in 1934.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I think I did a video on that. But I remember watching a video on it. Cadillac was about to go under. And then Jake kept the company alive, right? Hey, you remember that song, Cadillac Baby, right? Jake literally went out and started buying the vehicles and kept them afloat. Come on, man.
Yes, sir. You get 11 months without a single thought to the contributions and creations that black Americans have given this world. Isn't that something? I'm lying. Black history is American history and not just in fucking February. Hey, wait.
And not just in fucking February. Hey, so hey, the Lord will put it on their spirits every so often to tell the truth. But this is the common theme here. We build, we work, we labor, we toil, but we get no benefit, and it goes to the man who is over us, right? We get no credit. Hey, literally, y'all. Hey, shit. Literally, Wisdom of Solomon 5. Let me get that real quick. No account of our labors, quite literally. Wisdom of Solomon 5. Yep. Let me see. I know I'm looking right at verse 1. Yep. It says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. Right? And now this is dealing with the elect being saved. But quite literally, y'all, our people, our ancestors. Y'all, look, y'all, some of y'all's grandparents and great grandparents are these people that you read about in these articles and seeing these clips, and you don't even know it. Why? Because the family had to split, right? Riots happening, cities get burned down, families split. You don't even realize, and you related to such and such. None of that wealth got passed down to you because the family got broken down, and patent office come through and claims every daggone thing. We didn't just wake up ghetto, poor, and broke in the hoods. This was a systematic breakdown, right? They got what they needed from us. They had us build this place up, and now they want to, sweep us away. And our people, the bad combination of it is that our people are coons, right? Northern Kingdom, he ain't had no business giving that nigga. His wife should have, baby, don't do that. Something, right? Isaiah. No, you know what? Let me get the Jeremiah. I like this one, but I want to get the Jeremiah one. Let me double check. Let me see. Yep, Jeremiah 2:14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Right? We are spoiled. We have been taken by these heathen, and we no longer possess our glory and our greatness. We run and we give it to Esau, Edom, to the man that's over us. He don't feel no sympathy for you. That's why the scriptures also saying, Sirach, what? Know to whom thou doest good. Our people have a bad habit of doing good to the wicked. Sirach 12:4. I need to. Yep. When thou 12:1 it says what? When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it. So shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. Right. If you do good to a goodly man, he'll come back and repay you. When you do good to the wicked, go ahead, you might as well kiss it goodbye. He ain't ever gonna double back and do what's right. Verse 4, give to the good godly man and help not a sinner. Right. And if you so-called white, if you were such good people, all these different inventions of the railroads, lights, Jack Daniels, different foods, different pieces of technology. If you motherfuckers had a good bone in your body, the CEOs of these companies today would track down all the living, breathing descendants of the slaves and the blacks, from the pre-Civil War era or whatnot. They would say, you know what? From now until the day that y'all die, we're gonna make sure you have a steady stream of income. Well, I'll give you one or two options. You can get a big lump sum of money now, or get a consistent weekly paycheck from now to the day that you die, because you're the descendant of the person who I even have the ability to establish this company on. Are they gonna do that? Of course the fuck not. Why? Because they're evil. Y'all don't got no good bones in y'all body, man. Take that shit and shove it. So coming back here, I got another video dealing with Northern Kingdom. This ain't gonna be a long one. I just wanted to show it wasn't just Southern Kingdom creating everything down here. You had Northern Kingdom too, and because we are brothers, we both were oppressed and they did not want to let us go. Jeremiah 50. Esau made much gain and benefit with us as his slaves, the hidden ones, the jewels of the Lord. Right. The nations, that's Exodus 1st chapter. The nations, When a nation is in control of Israel, you're going to become a superpower.
Where everything you watched was in black and white until one man changed everything. In 1940, everyone thought color television was impossible. The big American companies had given up, but in a small workshop in Mexico City, a 17-year-old boy refused to accept that. Guillermo Gonzalez Camarena worked as a TV repair technician to support his family, but he dreamed bigger. His parents couldn't afford to send him to college, but every night after fixing TVs, he would stay up experimenting, trying to crack the code of color television. People called him Loco, a Mexican teenager creating what RCA and CBS couldn't. Impossible. But Guillermo kept working. Then in 1940 it happened. He invented the trichromatic sequential color system. At just 17, he revolutionized television forever. His system made the first color broadcast in Latin America possible. NASA even used the technology for their Voyager missions to photograph space. So the next time you're watching your favorite show in vibrant color, remember, it all started with a Mexican teenager who dared to dream in color when the rest of the world could only see black and white. That's the power of believing in your vision no matter what the world says. Sometimes the biggest breakthroughs come from places and people the world least expects. So remember, believe in yourself and your vision even when others don't.
And so, that's good, right? Just showing you,
For far too long, the world least expects. So remember, believe in yourself and your vision even when others don't. As Mexicans and Latinos, we've been the doormat of America for far too long, but not anymore. I'm EG, the Activated Mexican. Follow for more Untold.
We've been the doormats of America for far too long, y'all. That's a hell of a statement. That implies to Northern and Southern Kingdom. Yep, that's a hell of a statement. We've been the doormats of America far too long, and that's true. And if it wasn't for us, y'all, this kingdom would not have been able to been built up to the level that it was built up to. They made their rise off of our backs. Coming back to the curses real quick, just further establishing it, right? Deuteronomy 20:33 says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed alway and crushed, right? I missed that one earlier. We're in a position that we don't get any benefit off of what we do, but the people who have taken us, they do, these Edomites, right? Deuteronomy 28:49, it says, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. This is applying to Edom, right? In this era, we wasn't speaking what they were speaking. They came and took us. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. So they took all of us captives, old and young, northern and southern kingdom. All right, now, northern kingdom got took up before us. The southern kingdom got did bad, right? 51, and he shall eat of the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kin, or the flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee, right? So he's taken all. He's taken everything from us and left us with nothing. Left us with crumbs, points finger at us, makes fun of us. But if it wasn't for us, he would have collapsed, right? And that's, so that's the whole point of the video. Let me get right here, right? Motherfucker who stole Taco Bell. So that's about it, y'all. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakakarash, the wonders to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all the Akim wa Akwa, learning and teaching of truth and sincerity. Shalom.